So today is the day two of the webinar. Yesterday we just discussed about Python, its advantages, its work, where it is used with some codes. Okay, and today I will discuss about data science with machine learning and AI with a case study. Okay. So what exactly data science is? All these things we'll discuss. What is machine learning? What is AI? What is deep learning? All these things we'll discuss today, and with some practical hands-on. So dear friends, nowadays you had that this data science AI are quite popular nowadays. Okay, and everywhere we are listening that okay we are going to implement AI on this system. Okay, the system, every system we are planning to implement AI, or it should be AI based, artificial intelligence based. So what exactly that we'll discuss, all the things we'll discuss today. So first of all let me tell you for the agenda of today, like what the things we'll discuss, like these are some terms we'll discuss today, like what is data science, what is machine learning, what are the applications, supervised and supervised deep learning, what is the life cycle of a data science project. Okay, because our the aim of PythonSoft is to provide the students like project oriented training. Okay. So our motto is to provide project-oriented training or industry-oriented training so that students will be able to work easily in the industry. So dear friends, data science is nowadays is a very popular area, and data science is means science of data. Nowadays, data is a very important factor, important element in every area, in every business. Every business needs data. Okay. Without data, nowadays, business is very difficult. Facebook is powerful because it has our data. Google is powerful because it collects our data. Okay. Now, almost many, whenever you are installing an app, they are just simply collecting your data. So data is a very important factor nowadays for any business. Suppose, for example, if you want to set up a business, suppose you're planning, suppose you have an industry, so you are planning to in which area you want to invest or do advertisement more in electronic media or in pen or in newspaper media or in social media or these are different areas where I can do advertisement. So that your aim is that your profits will be maximum. Okay. So how you can take decision? Suppose, for example, another example, like you see, YouTube recommends you videos. What videos you are getting? I am not getting that videos. YouTube collects everyone's data, everyone's choices, preferences. Accordingly, it recommends. It knows what kind of user you are, and accordingly, it recommends you the videos. Okay. So more than 200 crores of user are in YouTube. So everyone interest is taking care of a YouTube. When Netflix also. Okay. If though they don't have our data, obviously they are not able to recommend us the proper videos. If you open YouTube and you saw some videos which you don't like, then one time, two time you will use YouTube, then you don't go for YouTube. Okay. But you see that no, whatever what is my liking, what I like, normally YouTube predicts that, then you will definitely will use YouTube. Simply the role of a data scientist is like you happen, COVID happened, Corona was a very like one a in 2019-20 a drastic year. So during COVID also, how the government is taking decision, like how for where you have to go for like lockdown, where you have to go for shutdown, where you have to go for like some relaxations, which is red zone, orange zone, how they are doing, where to improve our vaccination. So how the government will take decision? The decision is based on data. Okay. If somewhere affected rate is more, then vaccination should be more. Okay. So all the decisions are taken by data. So data is a very important factor nowadays. Okay. So the simply the job of a data scientist is to collect raw data and to convert them into useful data or meaningful data. That means, let's say I have lots of data. In I have, let's say, suppose I have a huge volume data of like COVID patients. Suppose I'll ask a question. I have to prepare some output like, okay, whether females are affected by COVID or males are affected by COVID more, or which age, which range of age people are the death rate is more in COVID. Okay, that decisions are important. That data in like the information is important. Suppose how many whether diabetes is if diabetic patients are more prone to COVID or not. All these decisions, if you take the data is the main factor. The data scientist's job is to simply take raw data and convert into the useful data or meaningful data, because when we are collecting data, those data are not like very much clear. The data may contain impurities. So our job is to just clean the data. For example, I'll show you some data so that you can imagine, yes, yes, what exactly happening. Let me show you some sample data so that you can easily understand exactly what exactly happening here. Let me show you some data sets. Like suppose this is one data. This is the data set you can see here. This is a data set of a heart disease work. Okay, different parameters are there. You can see here some data like NA means not available. These data are not available. NA, missing values. During collecting data, we have some missing values. So how to handle that? Okay, so we have data. We are asking, we are asked, okay, please clean the data and prepare, find out some important information from those data. That is our work. This is one data, this is another data set you can see. I'll see another data set. The data set may contain some impurities. Those impurities are removed by the data scientist, and the data scientist's job is to extract useful features. Another data is like, see here. This is one text data. You can see this is text data, spam or not. This data set are used to predict whether a person or whether a message is spam or not. Okay, so I'll give you case real time example today also. So being a data scientist, the role is very top because as a data scientist, your job is to just like clean all those things. It takes a lot of time taking. Okay, because that will be a tedious task to clean data perfectly on real-time data. Then, so after you clean the data, after you making it useful data, then what happens? Then it comes like how that data can be used for future prediction. Okay, suppose just imagine the traffic at a traffic checker, there is a camera. At traffic checker, there is a camera is there. The camera is detecting whether a person is wearing helmet or not. How? How that camera is become intelligent. So to make that kind of project, we have to collect thousands of images with people with helmet and without helmet, because there are different kinds of helmet. A normal cap also is there, pagdi is also there. So let's say you have thousands of images with like some people wearing helmet and some are not wearing helmet. So those things should be trained to the camera. Like the camera is a machine. So how a camera can learn? Isn't it? So if you can train the camera, that is machine learning. Okay, we can learn when human beings, but how a machine can learn? A machine can learn from data. There are some processes. The process is called machine learning. Okay. So like a car, self-driving car. In self-driving car, a car is there, there is no driver. Automatically the car can move. It can detect whether in front of the car there is a child or there is a like harm, whatever maybe. It can take decision. The car is not intelligent. The car, that means the car is intelligent. So how to make a car intelligent? Is the car is a like human being? No. So if you can make a car intelligent, that is, if you can make a car intelligent, then that is becomes artificially intelligent, because a car is not naturally intelligent. We are making the car intelligent. Sophia. So how many of you have heard about Sophia? Please tell me. Arman, Devaswini, Ganna, Kailas, who is Intex? What? Is there any person is Intex? I have never heard. Lopita, Krishna, Manisha, Nusti, Kamya. Yeah, Sophia is a humanoid robot. It's a robot, but it can talk with you. We can discuss with you. Sophia can talk with you. You'll ask questions, she'll answer like a human being. Are you getting a point? That means that robot is intelligent. So how to make it intelligent? Suppose let's say we'll create a robot, or we'll create a machine who can interact with Odia language. I'll ask him in Odia, and that will discuss in Odia language. So how that possible? Are you getting? That means machine and human interacts. Human can interact with human, but how a human can interact with a machine? Like human. Okay, like a friend. Just imagine, now onwards, just imagine after 10 years, our life is going to be completely different. We will live in a different kind of world. We live in a different kind of world. That means everything will be artificial intelligence based. You may have robots at your home. Robots, machines may be your best friend. Nowadays, mobile is your best friend. After 10 years, maybe everyone's house, a robot will be there. The robots will be your friend. You can discuss, you can talk with the robot, you can discuss with the robot. The robot will cook food for you, it will do security work for you. You can discuss with you, you will not feel alone. Because nowadays, see, everyone is using anytime we're watching mobile phones. So after 10 years, you may see everyone will sit and discuss with the robot, because that robot can solve every purpose. Okay. So, you can talk with your fan. Your fan will be intelligent. Your light will be intelligent. Your television will be intelligent. AC will be intelligent. Your car is intelligent. Bike is intelligent. Everything will be intelligent. Are you getting a point? Just imagine what kind of like environment will live. Whether that is good or bad doesn't matter. Just imagine after 100 years, what is going to happen? Are you getting a point? Because technology is updating every day. So nowadays it is the area of AI and machine learning. So machine learning AI quite similar. Okay. machine will learn so that it will become intelligent. Since a machine is not naturally intelligent, yeah, Pratyush, Chat GPT is also a intelligent tool. Okay, it's like it's a LLM model. Chat GPT is a text-based model. That means that term is called a generative AI. Generative. Generative means it generates. Suppose I will ask you, okay, you please create a story. You take a lion, you take a tiger, you take a deer, and please build a story for me. ChatGPT will build a story for you. Okay. So yeah, somebody asked me about ChatGPT. Let me just show about ChatGPT. 1 second. Let's see how it is interesting. Using ChatGPT also, it's a challenge. ChatGPT. ChatGPT 3.5 is free, but ChatGPT 4 is you have to pay for that. Just see, I'm showing you. I'll ask ChatGPT. Hello. He's replying. Hey there, how I can help you? See, Devasini, definitely I'll ask you a question. Just see. Her question was like, what is the difference between like AI, generative AI and open AI? See, AI means like, let's say you are, let's say for example, your YouTube. YouTube is intelligent. Okay, it collects your data and it makes prediction. What is the job of AI? Simply the answer is prediction. Prediction. AI means prediction, future prediction. This month, what should I do so that next month my profit will be maximum? Okay. In which area I should do advertise more so the profit will be maximum? Okay. It's simply any kind of prediction. Dollar prediction. I will create a model which can predict dollar, rainfall estimation, who is going to win IPL this year. That kind of project. Any kind of prediction come under AI, artificial intelligence. That means a machine can take decision. But generative AI is different. Generative means it generates. Depending on your question, see, you see generative example of generative AI. Suppose I will, there are some AI tools. I will ask, okay, AI, can you create me? See, if your AI is just giving you a decision, that's AI, prediction. But suppose I am asking, okay, can you create a picture where a monkey is riding a bicycle and a donkey is walking? So that AI will generate for you. That's generative. Already, I mean. Suppose, for example, here let's see. Open means which is open to all. Anyone can contribute. Okay. Anyone can contribute or anyone can use. That is open. I think there was three got answer. Suppose I like ask you here. Please act as a uh, act as a let's say AI expert. See, it feels that okay, somebody is there who is talking with me. Yes or no? Replying to me. Of course, how I can assist you? Let's see. Can you please tell me what is what is generative AI? Let's see, you got an answer. Nowadays, if you are doing your work, be smart and try to use these tools for getting your task done. Generative AI refers to a category of AI techniques that aim to create or generate new things or images. As I told you, monkey, donkey, audio. I will ask, okay, I will create AI tool. Okay, please create a song for me in which these words will be there. It will create a song for you. Please, okay, can you create a movie script for me, where Shahrukh Khan will be the hero and Belian will be the hero. I'll be a poet. It will generate a movie script like Bahubali. That is generative. Just imagine. So, how dangerous it is. What is the role of these film script writers? Okay. But don't worry. It's not like to, there is a question that whether AI is going to, by using AI, you are going to lose your job. It's not like that. It's not like that. But when computers came into play in 90s, at that time people tell that okay, computer is coming, so we are going to lose our job because it can do the work of at a time 100 people. Is that happened? No. Jobs are increased. Different types of jobs are created, like machine learning engineer, front-end developer, back-end developer, testing engineer, DPA, lots of. Similarly, this nowadays everybody is most mandatory skill is computer knowledge. Even nowadays it is requirement that everybody must have some AI skill. If you have to work smartly in the save time. I'll ask you, okay, suppose I lie to you. I was just telling to my daughter that okay, this is ChatGPT. She asked me, she in my mood here, write a question. Who are you? She want to know who is what is ChatGPT. So if you ask who are you, so it's telling you, I am an AI developed by OpenAI called ChatGPT. My purpose is to assist and provide information on wide range of topics. Okay, she's replying to me. So they'll ask you, okay, well, can you write a story for me? Absolutely. What kind of story you want to like? A thrilling adventure, mysterious? Just see. I then asked, well, please uh, create a story where uh, the characters are like lion, comma, crocodile, and monkey. Just see, it's creating a story for me. Are you getting? Are you getting? So it created a story for me. I will ask, okay, please create the story in ODL. So it's asking, it's creating some ODL story. Okay. So if you give some character, also you generate a story in ODL also. It's very powerful tool. So if you can use it, that will be very effective for you. Your working time will be very, very less. So well, that's a next thing. So this we'll not go for much too much of theoretical concept. Very soon we'll go for practical. So nowadays, is the applications of machine learning. See, data is there. How you can train a machine? How you are getting trained for semester from books, from notes, and how you can train a machine? You can train a machine from previous data, past data. Okay, and then the machine can be intelligent. That is artificial intelligence, so that it can take decisions. This machine learning, like your autonomous helicopter, handwriting recognition, face recognition, all are the parts of this area. There are different types of machine learning are there, like supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. In supervised learning, what happens? You have to train the model first. First of all, you have to train the machine, then you test the machine, whether the machine is working correctly or not. What is the accuracy? What is the accuracy of camera? Whether it is detecting perfectly whether a person is wearing helmet or not. What is the accuracy? If the accuracy is 60%, definitely we will not accept it. Because somebody has not, somebody has wear helmet, but it is taking, telling that no, that person has not wear helmet and the fine is there. Then there will be a problem. So accuracy is important. And in supervised learning, we are giving training. But in case of unsupervised learning, we are not giving in training. Okay. The supervised learning is the two types, classification and regression. Classification means if your answer is yes or no, tomorrow there will be rain or not, yes or no. The email is spam or not. A student will pass exam or not. These are all are yes or no. These are classification. Regression means tomorrow how much rain will be there? Okay. This is regression. Tomorrow, what is going to like, what is the dollar value tomorrow? How much mark a student will get? This kind of problem is called as regression. Unsupervised means there is no training. You don't need to be giving training. Suppose a student, a small kid is there, her mom just give her different fruit. Okay, see, the kid has different fruits, red color, yellow color, green color. What the kid will do? The kid will simply group them, red fruits, yellow fruits, green fruits, like that, and then the kid will what will do? It makes groups. The kid has no idea what kind of fruit it is, but the kid can just group them. Her mom brings a new fruit. The kid saw the fruit. What it will do? It will predict, okay, in which group that new fruit will be suitable. That kind of is like unsupervised learning. Another type of learning is nowadays very popular, is called as deep learning. See, deep learning is a very powerful technique and a popular technique nowadays in than machine learning. If your data is very complex, remember it's very important. If your data is very complex, like image data, video data, text data, if the data is complex, then we are using deep learning concept. In deep learning, what happens? We are just creating a artificial brain for a machine. Like we all have brain, similarly, artificial brain will be created for a machine. Okay. That is called as what? Deep learning. So that machine can take decision or do prediction. Mostly it is used in like medical field, robotics, self-driving car, language translation, ODI to English translation. You post in ODI, it will convert to English. You post in English, it will convert to ODI. In those kind of work, we're using what? Deep learning concept. In deep learning concept, we're using some kind of concept of neurons. These are biological neural networks. These are neurons, axons and dendrites. If somebody has learned biology, he can understand. A mosquito sit on my hand. Automatically right hand comes and hit that mosquito. Why? Who instructs? Brain instructs. So how that instruction reaches to brain? There are like we have neurons are there. Millions of neurons we have. Okay. Those neurons are responsible to take your decision. Takes the transfers the signal to your brain and brain takes decision. Similarly, you can create a artificial brain. Artificial brain. Okay. Artificial brain. Nowadays, deep learning is a very crucial area. Lots of researches are going on and it's a demanded area. So if machine learning, if amount of data is less, machine learning is good. If the amount of data is more then and complex, then it's better to go for deep learning. This small comparison we have made about like deep learning and AI, machine learning, and DL. The AI term was initially coined by John McCarthy in 1956. Machine learning came in 1959, this term, and deep learning came in 2000. But the thing is that They came, they're not new topics, old topics, but at that time it was not possible due to lack of high computing computers. At that time, the computers very less power. So to execute such complex things, it may take hundreds of years. But nowadays we have computers with good processing speed, so that it's happening now. So these are some sample like the life cycle of a project. That may be a deep learning project or machine learning or data science based project. Simply, if you distinguish data science means collecting data and cleaning it. Machine learning means send those data to the machine for training by using some kind of algorithm. And if deep learning means we are using some kind of like artificial brain in a machine. Okay. And if you do any kind of project, these are the steps for project. First, you have to select the objective of project, then your data collection. First of all, you have to find out the object. What is my objective? Project objective. Suppose my project objective is to create a model which can predict whether a person is going to suffer from diabetes or not. So for that, I have to collect the data. I'll go to the hospitals or I will go to the healthcare agencies and collect the data. Okay, let's say 1,000 people have, data I have collected. So out of them, let's say 700 people are suffering from diabetes and 300 are not. Their height, weight, all these things I have collected. Then data processing. Those data may contain impurity. So you have to make it pure. Then we can extract useful information from those data also. This is the work of data scientist. Suppose one information I would ask in which range of people are suffered in diabetes more? That's a useful data or not? Is there any relationship of diabetes with age? Is there any relationship diabetes with male gender? Is there any relationship of diabetes with blood pressure? All these things are research-oriented works, and we must know. We can extract those useful information. Exploratory data analysis means visualization, graphical presentation of data, which will be by which you can easily understand. Okay, like COVID data analysis, you must have seen in television. They're saying, okay, this area is red zone, this is green zone. All are graphical. So graphical is easy to understand. Those are called as exploratory data analysis. There is a model selection. That means now it's ready to, you have to use those data and train the model or machine by using some machine learning techniques or deep learning techniques. Because a machine wants learn or a model wants learn, then it can take decision. Then evaluation, how much accuracy it has. If it is satisfied, is this accuracy is okay, then deploy the model. Design a website or like that and implement the model so that everyone can use. If the accuracy is not satisfied, again come to data collection. Again collect another data, again repeat the process until your job is done. So today I'll show you a case study. So today I will show you a case study like diabetes prediction. Let's see. Today I will show you a case study. The topic was diabetes prediction. Diabetes prediction. So how will do that? Let us practically implement it. So we have a diabetes data set. This is a diabetes data set. We have data of some people. Around 760 data we have. And those data contains the information like what? Pregnancy, blood glucose, blood pressure, skin thickness, insulin, body mass index, pedigree, age, and class. This type of information we have. So to load those data in our program, I have to use a library called as pandas library. Pandas is a, pandas is a package which is used to load those. It is the Python's data analysis library. These are column names: pregnant, glucose. This is my data set. So first of all, I load their data. Head means I have displayed only 5 rows. If I only write DF, DF stands for data frame. This is the data frame. So I have 768 people data with 9 columns. This is the ladies data set. How much time the lady was pregnant, how many times, what is the glucose value, what is the blood pressure, what is the blood pressure, skin thickness, insulin, body mass index, pedigree. Pedigree means like if parents are suffer from diabetes, and what is the chances of the child, that's a pedigree function, age, and then class. Class means 1 means that person is suffering from diabetes, 0 means the person is not suffering from diabetes. So this is the data set we have. And what is the purpose? Our purpose is to create an intelligent model so that if a new person came, we'll ask him, please enter how many times you are pregnant, what is your glucose, all this data will ask, and our model, intelligent model, will tell whether that person is going to suffer from diabetes or not. That is the purpose of this task. Okay. So what I will do here, suppose I have to know how many data we have. df dot set. So see here, 768 rows and 9 columns are there. Suppose I have to randomly display 5 samples. I want to randomly display samples. Let's say 5 samples randomly. Randomly, any 5 samples. I want to know, okay, well, please tell me how many people are suffering from diabetes and not. Please, I want this information. What information? Please display how many people are suffering from diabetes and not suffering from diabetes. For that, I'm using a concept called as which column? Which column will give me that information? Class column. The class column means this column. 1 means that person suffering from diabetes, 0 means not suffering. I like dot value underscore counts. Just see, don't try to just, I know because you are not able to write coding them, but try to just see, imagine, okay, what's happening. This is the command. You may not know this command. The command, the job of this command is to tell you, okay, in my data set, 500 people are not suffering from diabetes, and 260 people are suffering from diabetes. So I want to display, let's say, in a like bar chart. For that, what I'm using, import keyboard as SNS. SNS dot count plot. The count plot is used to just tell you, it will count and show in a bar chart class. You see here, getting the same thing, same information. 0 means not suffering from diabetes, 1 means suffering from diabetes. The graphical. This is the work of a data scientist. This is also the work of a data scientist. Here I is telling to you what are the processes, how it is done. Suppose I'll ask you, okay, display the information in a pie chart, like percentage wise. For that, I'm doing import matplot beep dot pie plot as plt, then plt dot pie. What am I doing here? Bf of class dot value underscore count. So see here, you got a graph. But percentage is not showing. I'm writing here autopacity. You may not know this command, but not required also. Just see what's happening. Percentage 0.2 if 60% people and 34. For the labels, label means first is no, Second is what? Yes. How many no? No is more, yes is less. Because when I use value counts, first answer was no. That's why in label I'm giving no, yes. So from this I got the percentage. Okay. Percentage of people who are suffering from diabetes and who are not suffering from diabetes. Then what to do? See, suppose this data set, what is the output? The output is the class column, and the input rest of the input. Let us see now whether there are some missing value or not. Missing value means handle missing value. See, missing value means, do my data have any missing value? Does my data have any missing value? Missing means, unfortunately, when I am collecting the data, I have not collected those information. If dot, for that I am using command is null dot found. It's telling me no. All the data we have, we don't have any missing value. We have every data. We don't have any missing value. Our data set doesn't have missing value. But suppose I don't know how many, is there any other things the data is missing? That means suppose I don't know how many people with zero blood pressure. If I will display my data here, see, insulin is zero. Some people, there are some zeros are there. See, suppose I have to know blood pressure, BP. Can blood pressure be zero? The answer is no. Let's see if somewhere blood pressure is zero. Right here, display the locations where the blood pressure is zero. See, these are the locations if blood pressure is zero. If blood pressure is zero, the person is dead. Is it no? If blood pressure is zero, the person is dead. So zero, that means these are the missing values. Zero is the missing value. Here, blood pressure cannot be zero. So how many people have zero blood pressure? Let's see. I've displayed the locations where zero. 35 people have zero blood pressure. Similarly, how many people, as the other columns, how many people have zero glucose? You can write like that. Let's say I'm writing here. Print. I'll copy this one because pregnant can be zero. A person can zero pregnant, no problem. And a class, last diabetes or not diabetes, last column that can be zero. But other columns like glucose to age, that cannot be zero. Age cannot be zero. So here I'm writing, let's say, glucose. These are the missing value. 5 persons have glucose zero. Then skin. How many people have skin zeros? When diabetes occurs, skin thickness increases. 2 to 7 people. Wow. How many percent of insulin zero? Data scientists have to do every work to clean the data. How many people have body mass index zero? Okay, insulin 374, body mass index 11. How many people pedigree zero? No, no person. How many people age zero? So understanding data is very important. Just see here. So this is the answer. So these are the missing values. How to handle them? If you delete them, lots of data will be deleted. So I find a formula. Okay, do one thing. Don't delete them. Just handle them. Wherever blood pressure is zero, it just replaced by the median value or mean value of that column. So how to do that? I write replace the values by mean, replace the zero values, replace the zero values by mean of that column. So what will be here? Right here, df of first column, let's say BP. I like here df of BP. Df means data frame. BP dot replace. To whom replace? 0 by df of BP. Let's say dot mean value. What is the BP mean value? Just see here. I'm showing you BP mean value is this much. That means whenever a person has missing value BP, then BP will be replaced by this much. That is done. Similarly, for other columns, I will do this for glucose. I'm writing here glucose. Here write you glucose. Similarly, here write here glucose. So after glucose, in the skin, then do for skin. So I'm filling the data. I'm replacing the zero values by mean value of that particular column. Then insulin column. After insulin, it's built body mass index BMI. Pedigree and age is not required. Okay. Then body mass index BMI over. Done. Now my data set has no zero values. So now what to do? Now see, these are the input. This last column is the output. Now my data is cleaned. So separate input and output. How to separate input and output? Let's say X I will write here df dot drop. That means I have to drop which column? Columns equal to, I'm writing here class. If you drop the class column, then what happens to X? See, X is except the class column. These are the input. And class is the output. So Y is the output. It will be df of class. So what is Y? Let's see. This is Y. X is the input, Y is the output. Okay, now what I will do, I want to train the model. So how I can train the model? So how I can train the model? Let's see, it's very important. So first of all, I remove the impurities from the data. I separate the input and output. Now what to do? I have to use a model. Okay, there are different machine learning models are there, but before that, let's say I'm asking you one simple question. Suppose, for example, I have 100 questions and 100 answers. So I'll give it to you. Dear students, take those 100 questions and 100 answers, read them, and tomorrow you'll be asked those same 100 questions. Definitely, you will answer all the questions. Everyone will answer perfectly. In this way, I cannot trust on this system. So what is solution? I'll devise another technique. Okay, dear students, I'll give you out of 100 questions, I'll give you 80 questions and 80 answers to you. And rest 20 questions and 20 answer I will not give to you. Okay. These 80 questions, 80 answer, you read it, and when next day you come, you have to answer these 20 questions and 20 answers. Okay, you have not seen these 20 questions before. So you will answer the 20 questions. But I have already the answers. I will match it. Then I'll find it. How much accurate you are. So that will be great. So for that reason, we are using a concept like called as what? We have to split the data. Split the data. How I can split here? Split the data. For that, I'm using from sklearn, a package called as sklearn dot model selection. import, train, import, train, test, split. So train test split, what tab I have asked you that I want to divide in 80% and 20% data. 80% will be for training, 20% will be for testing. So for that I am using this one, xtrain, comma, xtest, comma, ytrain, comma, ytest equal to train test split in bracket, you put input and output and mention here test underscore size equal to 0.2. Test size 0.2 means the training size will be 0.8. If you see what is xtrain, the xtrain is 80% input randomly. 614 is 80% input. Okay. If you see what is xtest, the 20% input. What is ytrain? Ytrain is the output of xtrain. 80% data output. What is ytest? Is the answer of xtest. That means ytrain is the output of xtrain. Ytest is the output of xtest. So we will use 614 data for training and rest 150 data for testing. Training and testing. So how to do that? Now create a model. That's a KNN. KNN stands for K nearest neighbor algorithm. Okay. So how this algorithm works? Shortly I'll tell you. This algorithm works on distance, Euclidean distance or Manhattan distance. Suppose for example, there are in your college, there are several students are standing here. Lots of students are there. I want to predict the branch of this student. What is the branch of this student? There are several students are studying. So what is the branch of this student? How can you predict? I will take, let's say, nearest three students. Nearest. Nearest means according to distance. Okay, these are the nearest three. Out of the three students, two are from computer science and one is from electrical. So KNN model will tell, okay, this new student belongs to computer science because its maximum neighbors are computer science. In this way it works. So we will not go to the mathematical part here. So I'm creating the model KNN here. How? All these things are there. Only have to use it. From sklearn. Sklearn is a machine learning package. Dot neighbors. Import k neighbors classifier. It's a classification problem because the answer is 0 or 1. Then model is the object here. I'm taking here n underscore neighbors equal to 5, let's say. 5 means, let's say I am taking 5 neighbors. If out of 5, let's say 3 persons are diabetes, suffering from diabetes, and 2 are not suffering from diabetes, then model will tell that person is going to suffer from diabetes. Okay. Then what to? I have to train the model. How to train the model? The model name is k dot fit xtrain, comma y xtrain and y train. From training 80% data, I have trained the model. So after training, you test it, test the model. How to test the model? Right? Y predicted. What is the predicted answer? How to test y equal to k dot predict x test. From 20% data, I will test. See, 80% data is used for training, and after training, the 20% data is used for testing. I'm asking, please tell me what is the answer of X test? What is the answer of the 20% data? Whatever answer it will do, it just predict me the answer. This is the answer of rest 20% data. But what is the actual answer of X test? The actual answer of X test is Y test. The actual answer of X test is what? Y test. This, the actual answer is Y test. Got it? You match them. This is the predicted answer. This is the actual answer. So if you match them, you will get the accuracy. See here. Y test is the predicted is the answer of X test. But here, after getting trained by 80% data, we are asking, please tell us what will the answer of the rest 20%. Give the answer according how it learn and tell the stored in Y period. This is the predicted answer, this is the actual answer. Like first person is not suffering, here also not suffering. Zero, here it is not suffering, but it is suffering from diabetes. That means wrong prediction. So how many right and wrong? For that I have to calculate the accuracy. Then I write find how much accurate your model is. Accuracy. So for accuracy finding also you have some like packages from sklearn dot metrics import accuracy. So if you have to find out for everything is already some built-in things are there. So we don't have to do anything manually. Accuracy equal to accuracy underscore score in bracket give here y test the actual answer. The actual answer of X test and Y pred the predicted answer. You can see the answer. The accuracy is 72%. We can improvise the answer also. There are different techniques by which you can improvise. But right now the answer is 72% accurate. Out of 100, the accuracy is 70%. Now I want to let's say predict. Suppose they you tell me, sir, can you change that? Just see. I'll again run it. Just see, right now the accuracy will be changed somehow. Let's see, it was 72, now 75. Are you getting a point? Because the splitting is instant randomly. We can fix it, no problem. Like we have to use a random state, then it will fix. But we have to find out, we have to use the parameter in such a way that accuracy will be maximum. Okay. So let's say right now my model is 78% accurate. Suppose a new person came and I have to find the accuracy. A new person came and I have to know whether that person is going to suffer from diabetes or not. With this accuracy, this is one algorithm. There are several algorithms are there. Also, you can use them. So, suppose a new person came, new person, and to give the data of the new person. For the data, let me copy. Let me copy one data from here, like let me copy this one. Copy and paste it here. Okay, just remove those things, the arrow symbols. So new person came and the data are this. I'll make some changes also. See here. This is output, not required. This much. Let's say this is 6. I write here, let's say 5. 148, let's say 143. 72, let's say 70. 35, let's say 32. 79, let's say 72. Are you getting? 33, let's say 31. 0.67, 0. Let's say 5. 50-year age, let's say 25. Ready? This is the data of the person. Model, please tell me whether the person is going to suffer from diabetes or not. For the answer is 1. 0 means no. 1 means yes. That means this person is going to suffer from diabetes. Our model is telling, yes, yes, this person is going to suffer from diabetes. Okay. So we collected data, we clean the data, requirement is the requirement cleaning, separate input and output, split the data into two parts like for training and testing. Then we train the model by using some algorithm, then test it, find the accuracy, then predict for the results. And how to implement it? Last phase. How to implement? You can implement it for implementation. You can use a GUI based approach, let's say, and to implement this one. Because the end user, how a end user can use your project. So for end user, we are making this GUI, let's say. Ready? Here the KNN model. Here the accuracy 77. Here we have used several models because like KNN is 82% accurate. Which one? Logistic regression. Another algorithm. So I'll give some data to here. Like pregnant 2 times, glucose 67, blood pressure 89, skin thickness 34, insulin 58, body mass index 31, pedigree 0.7, age 37. Predict. You have no diabetes. So because if you implement the system, then you can easily anybody can easily test himself. Got it? So you have implemented this one. If you are not satisfied with, like here I am getting 82% accuracy because I have improvised. I have some applied some improvised techniques. Okay. So you will take no, no, I am not satisfied with 82% accuracy. I want to get more accuracy. Then you have to make certain changes. Okay. Yes, some other techniques. If you're satisfied, it's okay, no problem. So this is a like sample we have predicted by using some machine learning concept. Then we'll use by using, let's say you can use deep learning concept. Same thing can be also implemented by deep learning. I told you in deep learning what happens. In deep learning, you have to use artificial neural network. Neural network means like we have a biological neural network. Similarly, we can use the artificial neural network. That is called as neuron. The main element is neuron. Each neuron has two parts. One is linear part and is non-linear part. Okay. So how I'm implementing in some other like seminar or webinar, I'll definitely explain you about deep learning concepts precisely. But I'm just showing you how exactly we are implementing deep learning model. Or just once see one example where you can imagine how exactly it's happening. See, deep learning. Already, this is a concept of deep learning model. Let's say I saw a tiger. When you saw a tiger, I was recognizing, okay, this is tiger. There are some attributes. This is the attribute. Eye, tiger teeth, tiger nose, tiger ear. Okay. These are the inputs you saw. Your eyes saw. Then they are passed to the neurons in the eye. The virus neurons are there. All these informations are passed to all neurons. When I get this information, I can pass to next layer neuron. And finally, they will come to the output layer. Okay. Then we are deciding whether that is a tiger or not. Okay. I showed you, let's say, thousands of images: tiger, elephant, rabbits, Then I'll ask you, okay, a new animal came. Okay, you tell me what animal it is, whether it's tiger, elephant, rabbit. You can tell. There's a friend. These are called as neurons. These neurons will take input and process it and give some output. This output will be again to another layer input. And finally, they will go to the output. So deep learning concept even implement the same project also you can implement a deep learning concept. But for deep learning, we are using a package called as Keras. Like in machine learning, we are using sklearn. Here we are using Keras model. Sometime next onwards, I will definitely do a webinar on deep learning so that uh, uh, the concept can be I can elaborate. But this time I'm just overall idea I'm giving. So first of all, you have to draw the diagram. You have to design this one. How many layers? They like here are let's three, two hidden layers, one input layer, one output layer. In program, how to design? Even in program, how to do that? You have to use Keras library. Okay. First of all, you have to define the Keras model, then compile, then feed Keras model, evaluate, then type. First of all, I load the data. I've done some like analysis. How many people diabetes are not like that? I feel the missing values, separate the values. Then what I need here, I have done splitted the data set two parts. Then up to this much, both are like machine learning, deep learning, same. But now onwards, I have to apply artificial neural network. First of all, you have to define a Keras model. From import Keras. From Keras with models, import sequential. Sequential means the collection of all the layers. The collection of all the layers is called as sequential. The collection of all the layers. It's very, very interesting. The collection of all the layers. Okay. Layer is all the layers. The entire thing is called as sequential. To design all the layers. But to design a single layer, it's called as a dense. It is used to create each layer. Then you create the object model equal to sequential. Then suppose in the fast hidden layer. Fast hidden layer means this one. This is the fast hidden layer. This is the input. How many input? Four input. How many hidden layer? One, two, three, four, five, six neurons. Sorry, five neurons. In diabetes, how many input are there? Eight inputs are there. Diabetes data. There are eight inputs. So fast layer, what I'm doing here, the input is eight. I will create the fast layer. If input layer and fast hidden layer. That means fast two layers. Input and fast hidden layer. How to create it? Model.r dense is used to create a fast layer, hidden layer. The units equal to 5. The input is 8. That means 8 input layer, and in hidden layer I'm using 5 neurons. Here in input layer there are 4 input, but in diabetes I have 8 input. And the fast hidden layer 5 neurons. By this command it is done. Activation function, there are some functions we are using because each neuron has two parts. First part is the linear part, and this part is your activation function non-linear part. So I'm not going to do deeper into that. In the first part, the inputs are multiplied by weight and added with a bias. The input then they are processing to the activation function, and it will give the output. So you just simply imagine that inputs are given to the neuron and output is coming in that way. Because there are some complex things are there. I'm not going to that. Later on we'll go for that. Then if the activation is reduce the activation function. So that means fast input layer and fast hidden layer is designed. That output will come to second hidden layer. In second hidden layer, I have five neurons. Five neurons. Okay. Then they're processed. Then in final layer, I have one neuron. In final layer, I have one neuron. Which will tell me one by one neuron because either answer will be 0 or 1. If 0, the person is no diabetes, 1 means diabetes. Then compile the model. Compile the model means you have to here find out like once it is trained, Then finally, suppose let's say once it is trained, one it will be forward traverse. You got, let's say the answer you got 0.9. Let's say the answer is output is 0.9. But let's say the actual answer is 1. The person is suffering from diabetes. What is the difference? The difference is called as error. Our job is to minimize the error. Or let's say the answer is 0. The difference is error. Our job is to minimize error. So what happens? Again, I will backtrack and backward traverse. I'll adjust all the weights and again come forward. I'll go backward and move forward. Like for example, there is a bodybuilder. Suppose you want to get a very big figure like bodybuilder figure. So what do you do? You go to the gym and do workout. Take let's say like diets. But after 6 months, you saw that what figure you want to achieve, you did not achieve. That means there is some improper way of workout you have done. Then you have to readjust yourself. Similar things. You have to go forward, backward, and finally, what we'll do? We'll find out a point where loss will be minimum. We'll find out a point where loss will be minimum. Then finally, after this one, we have to also find out accuracy. Then feed the model. Then train the model. To train the model, you have 150 data. Model is trained. After model trained, you test the model. Yes, okay, 20, what is the answer of 20% data? After testing, you find the accuracy. If the accuracy is 74%. Okay. Then loss also you can find out. Then a new person came. These are the parameters. Just tell me that what the answer will be. The model is telling is for this data, the model is telling answer is one. One means suffering from diabetes. So this is the way how we are doing in kind of what? Deep learning. In deep learning, we are simply designing this network and we are training forward and backward until the loss will be minimum. We are readjusting all the things. Okay. But actually, deep learning system need more attention. All the things is override I'm giving. It's lack of time. But like in regular, we are saying what are the mathematics are there, what are all the things are there, how it works. But I want to give a picture that okay, these are the things are happening. Okay, what exactly? So how machine learning and deep learning are different. Machine learning uses some algorithms. Deep learning means a brain, a neural network we are creating. So, but deep learning is more popular now than machine learning to solve more complex tasks. Okay. Even now, some AI tools like ChatGPT is there, Google Bard is there, lots of tools are there. We're using. The purpose of this particular webinar is just to make awareness among you because there is not a sufficient time that because it's a very vast thing. Overall idea, okay, okay, you have got no. Okay, so machine learning is something is there, deep learning is something is there, AI is there, and they are important. Okay. But in next one, not we'll also give some like more importance on deep learning concepts or we'll do some specific webinars. Okay. So I hope you got something from this which may be useful for you. So we are frequently we are conducting these classes, internship programs. Okay. All these things are conducting. You can also join our programs. No problem at all. So my point is that these are the depending areas, and you must have some good knowledge on this. If you want to go in this area, definitely you will get a very good career, demanded area. Okay, and it's happening nowadays. Everybody wants AI-based system, so you can be a. If you do make career in this area, it's very good for you. Okay. Even you can also join our internship programs and courses we are providing. Okay, both online and offline we are providing. So I think you have added in the WhatsApp group or not? Samyam, they are seeing. We have a WhatsApp group. I think Janmaj sir. Yeah, in this group I will post. Okay. Janmaj sir has created that group. I'll definitely. Yesterday webinar was posted already. So today webinar also will post in YouTube. Okay. So definitely you can watch it. But this is the overall idea. Lots of things are in. So we are providing this all these. But our see our methodology is purely practical oriented and project oriented, so that a student can fulfill the gap between the college curriculum and industry. What industry needs, we trained in that way. Okay. So in future, you can also join our these programs like data scientist or AI program. All these courses we are providing that's available on the website. All these you can see. You can join our programs. Okay. So thank you all. Tomorrow also another session. Tomorrow will be like web development using Django. Okay, same time, same time. You will 7:30 p.m. Tomorrow a new flavor. How you can develop websites using Python. That concept is called as a package called as Django. That will be you will I can have some idea about that. Okay. For them, thank you very much for your patience, and I hope somehow I'm trying to tell you the things which will be useful for you. I hope it will be useful for you. Thank you, all of you. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so PythonSoft, the responsibility of PythonSoft is to make awareness, and you are one like our brand ambassador. Okay, so definitely we'll come in with some more detailed packages so that it will be helpful for the students. Okay, so thank you very much and good night for today. So tomorrow we'll meet at 7:30 with some web-based application, some new exciting things. Okay, so thank you and good night.